What you heard, let you heard. We eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull up like parades on parades, extra with the slab. Pay what it call for the tab, extra with the bag. Young Cruiser King better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the cake.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. In motion, Hill. Allen going to go to the air right away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Room here to run. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Only needed 1 yard. He said, I'll get you more than that.
Yeah, yard, piece of cake, right? And if you're a defender, seeing the back of the jersey and being able to read his name, not a good thing. That means you're in chase mode. That didn't go well for them on that snap.
Herbert's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Herbert off of play action. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert, sliding out of the pocket. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On first down, Allen. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The Raiders at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll look to run with Hall. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Breece Hall, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
In motion, Hill. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen, man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this is Simpson with a catch. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. You know, the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw caught here by Metcalf. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. To the air again, Herbert. He'll find Metcalf. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Herbert on first down now. Going for the deep ball. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now a give here to Pollard. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come back, continue to throw the ball effectively. It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Chris Jones on the stop.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Chargers. DK Metcalf, 54 yards. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Simpson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyreek Hill, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown! Tony Pollard, 31 yards. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And now they'll throw with Allen. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Throw left side to Higgins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Quez Watkins, 44 yards. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Gano the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. 60 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Pollard. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage. I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. To throw again on second down. Herbert. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Play action. It's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. So Allen's going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Allen. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
In motion, Hill. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Charger drive about to get going. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Herbert to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Herbert going to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Herbert. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man. Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Raiders are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.